anything without cash, without checks, because today there are better ways to pay. Gold cards, platinum cards, debit cards, and corporate cards from MasterCard. MasterCard, the future of money.
He was a good man who'd lost everything, including his son. But fate gave him a chance to be a father to an abandoned boy.
Too nice and warm.
Please, you can't take him away from me. I'm just the only boy I ever had.
Lou Gossett Jr.
They come in mysterious ways. These miracles are yours.
A father for Charlie, CBS Sunday.
For U.S. Attorney Michael Hayes, making America a safer place to live is more than just a job. It's personal.
I've got a nephew, and he's growing up in uncertain times. He needs to know that he's got a future.
Good job today, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you be safe.
I'm gonna give him one.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Be careful.
See you, Uncle Mike.
David Caruso is back for good as Michael Hayes, CBS Tuesday this fall.
Diana had her share of pain in life. Perhaps that is what made her so sympathetic to the pain of others. Representatives of the many charities the princess supported marched in her funeral procession today. They were there for her as she so often was for them. Paula Zahn looks now at some of Diana's causes and her positive effect.
It was the highlight of the New York social scene. Diana, the Princess of Wales, came to Christie's last June to auction off 79 of her gowns for charity. Before it was over, Diana would raise nearly $6 million for AIDS and breast cancer research. Once again, she was able to turn her star power into real benefit for those people whose voices had trouble being heard.
It is tempting to avoid involvement with the world of AIDS, with its deformities, disablement, and death.
Early on, she took on the cause of AIDS victims. In her first official visit to New York in 1989, the Royal Limo went to Harlem Hospital's Pediatric AIDS Unit. Matilda Cuomo, the wife of New York's then Governor Mario Cuomo, remembers the visit well. What were your impressions then?
This was a woman who in her status, at her status in life and lifestyle, could take time, real time, personal time, because she could be doing a lot of other things, to talk about issues that were not glamorous. They were not really popular. I mean, when you think about AIDS at that time.
All too soon, we will all know someone with AIDS. A brother, sister, mother, father, son or daughter could be next. How will we treat them? With compassion and care, or fear and rejection?
To fight that fear and rejection, Princess Diana made it a point to touch those afflicted with the disease.
She didn't have to, but she did it. Up.
Joan McCarley and her sister, Debbie Tate, are the founders of Grandma's House, a home for children with AIDS in Washington, D.C. In 1990, Princess Diana paid a visit, and one little girl wanted to go for a ride in the princess's limo.
We were saying, oh, no, you can't ride. We'll walk around, and then the limousine will meet you. You can't do that. She says, oh, no, let her come. And she just grabbed the child up.
Joan and Debbie say Diana's gesture was more than symbolic. It did a lot to break through the fear of AIDS. And her visit had another impact. The princess gave the sisters $100,000 to buy another house for children with AIDS.
She made a difference on many levels.
Elizabeth Dole, president of the American Red Cross, worked with Princess Diana on another cause, banning the use of landmines.
My association with the landmine campaign began in January when I traveled to Angola with the British Red Cross.
The painful pictures told the story. In Angola, Princess Diana, alongside children whose limbs had been blown off by landmines. What she did was force the world to look at them.
My purpose was to draw world attention to this vital but hitherto largely neglected issue.
How would you assess Diana's level of knowledge
about landmines and her level of interest in the intricacies of the issue?
She was very substantive on the subject. My admiration is partly for the fact that she had put so much effort into really being an expert on the subject, and it was not just a passing fancy, it was a passion for her.
And one of Diana's role models was Mother Teresa, who devoted her whole life to comforting the sick and helping the unfortunate. But when Diana started practicing what Mother Teresa preached, some questioned her motives. There was a great deal of skepticism out there that basically what she was really trying to do was reinvent herself. Was that criticism warranted?
No, I don't think so. I think she had a real healing effect on people. I certainly admire her commitment and her just enormous concern for those who might be underdogs or people who just haven't had a fair shake in life or who have a real difficult problem to overcome.
Joan McCarley and Debbie Tate say they plan to rename the house the princess helped buy in her honor. And the attention Diana was able to focus on landmines has spurred new action in the international campaign to ban them. In many ways, Diana's work lives on, even if her voice of compassion has been silenced.
According to London's Sunday Telegraph, the princess was buried today with a rosary that was a gift from Mother Teresa. In a moment, some thoughts about a family funeral.
Basically, she just cared for all people, and she was just a common person, and that's the main thing. We all love her because of that, and she cared for humanity.
What's new? Revlon Stone Edge. The fashion tones for fall. Stone Edge, Pebble, Granite, Slate. Now nature's muted tones bring color down to earth. What's new? Revlon Stone Edge.
Revlon.
8 hours on my feet. They're tired and achy.
Relieve tired, sore, achy feet with Johnson's Foot Soap. This unique 3-ingredient soap gives warming triple-action relief that penetrates, soothes, relaxes. Soothing Johnson's Foot Soap.
It was a gift of love. We're going to form a corporation, and you girls will each have a third. That changed a family forever.
He's made an error of judgment, and he's suffering.
Did we treat him badly? People seem to think we did.
Two girls that make me crazy.
You're on your own now.
You know you can always count on me.
Michelle Pfeiffer, Jessica Lange.
I'd always assumed we'd be together forever.
1,000 Acres, rated R. Starts Friday, September 19th.
This is 60 Minutes. It's a kind of a magazine for television.
The reporters of 60 Minutes have dedicated themselves to bringing us closer to the truth.
You're a crook.
For more than 3 decades. They've done more than make television history. They've become a part of our lives.
I'm Steve Croft.
I'm Leslie Stahl.
I'm Ed Bradley. I'm Morley Safer. I'm Mike Wallace.
For the best television news magazine, the address is CBS Sunday.
Real-life drama. When a bank robber pulled a gun, we start the shooting.
Here we go.
Watch police step into the line of fire. See a high-speed chase reach a thrilling climax.
Okay, he's coming up on the border.
Make sure they know this guy is armed.
Stick up the season premiere of 48 Hours Thursday on CBS.
There'll be more about Princess Diana, her funeral and legacy, first thing tomorrow on Sunday Morning with Charles Osgood and on Face the Nation with Bob Schieffer. Some final thoughts now on this day when the bells pealed and the tears fell across England. Great Britain honored Diana, Princess of Wales, not with a state ceremony, but with what turned out to be a family funeral. It is, after all, only at family funerals that brothers speak out about old hurts, that wreaths bear cards hand-lettered with the word mummy, and that genuine tears fall. Diana's family, those who called her their own, overflowed Westminster Abbey today. They filled the parks and lined the streets of London and spread beyond. In the beginning, Diana captured the world's attention with her good looks and her glamour. In the end, through her adversity and her devotion to good works, she captured their hearts. She became family. Tonight, Diana rests on an island in an English lake, where perhaps, finally, she will find the privacy and peace that evaded her during her short life. From London, I'm Dan Rather, CBS News. Good night.